people. Right here in Nevada, the site of
Right around closing statements now.
murder in American history. Guns.
Look at this crowd.
Kids are getting sent to school, having to hide under desks, learn how to run down corridors to avoid being shot. It's immoral. I'm the only one that's beaten the NRA nationally, and I beat them twice. With regard to health care, it also is something that is a right. Obamacare has to be expanded. It can be, in fact, cover everything.
So, Marcus Conte reporting.
I think it's important that on day
What a great event. I'll have an analysis in a second. I just want to talk to some people. So, overall, what do I think? Without even hearing the rest of it, Bernie Sanders kicked ass. I think that Elizabeth Warren successfully ended Bernie Sanders, ended Bloomberg's career. She couldn't. She just laid into Bloomberg about the stop and frisk shit. Just killed him. Let some people come in.
Not to guarantee health care to all people. Why 3 people or more wealth than the bottom half of America when 500,000 people sleep out on the street. Why hundreds of thousands of bright young kids can't afford to go to college and 45 million remain in student debt. Bottom line here. Real change never takes place from the top on down, never takes place from an oligarchy controlled by billionaires. We need to mobilize millions of people to stand up for justice. That's our campaign. Join us at Bernie Sanders.
So that was Bernie Sanders' closing remarks.
This Saturday with the South Carolina primary just 1 week later than the big prize Super Tuesday on March 3rd. We'll be following it all for you. For now, for all of us at NBC, Lester.
Yeah. Goodbye, Lester. Hey, can I ask you guys? Marcus Conte reporting. We're live on YouTube. Who do you think won?
Bernie.
Why did he win?
Because I think he really came back really strong with rebuttals, especially when people tried to mischaracterize or misrepresent his policies and even just how he identifies as a democratic socialist. So I think he was really kind of on fire tonight.
How did Bloomberg do?
Oh my God, he is the worst.
I think. Would you agree? I think it looked like Elizabeth Warren successfully ended his career.
I sure hope so. Yeah.
The stop and frisk stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you from Nevada?
No, I'm not. I'm from Colorado.
Thank you very much. Thank you. How you doing, man? Can I ask you a question? So how do you think, no? You're good?
That's cool, yeah. But hey, burn all the way, man.
Thank you, mate. Peace. Get a little... So that was the shit right there, right? Check out some T-shirts. This Bernie truck was awesome, man. Unfortunately, never really stymied in recent years. Bernie truck. So, hey, how you doing?
Good.
Live on YouTube. Who do you think won?
I mean, it's a tough one, but I think I might go Bernie. But
Liz, Bernie?
If I were to give props to anyone, I'd say Liz came out on the attack, and she did so very.
She blew Bloomberg up.
Yeah, I don't know. She was on point today. I know it might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. She took out a lot of the, she took out Bloomberg, which was a good thing. But
yeah.
I do think her potential rise could be,
We got a lot of idiots in the comments that's saying Bloomberg won.
I don't know, man.
That's because they're paying him.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's paying him.
That's the thing, man. Like, I could work for Bloomberg, make a few, couple grand a month or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, he's hiring 20-year-olds to just do random junk. I mean, I don't buy anything that I hear about Bloomberg online just as a, common suspicion.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Go back inside. So who do you think won? You were watching attentively?
A little bit, yeah, not too intensely, but I think we've all seen this story before about 100 times. I think Warren did really well tonight. I think Amy actually did really well tonight. But it's easy to do well when you got a guy like Mike Bloomberg on the stage to go after. Everyone looks really good when you got a guy like that on the stage. So who won? Bernie Sanders. Absolutely. He's the only one on that stage talking about a real populist message for the people. He's the only one talking about ending the oligarchy. And it's the only message that really matters, and it's the only message that really resonates with the people. So
And everybody else is trying. They're talking about what They're running on Bernie's policies, right?
absolutely. Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Bernie's leading the whole thing. So why go with an imitation?
Why have an imitation when you can
You have the original?
Damn straight, Nina Turner all the way. And that's what it is. Bernie Sanders, as much as they say that he hasn't accomplished anything, this whole platform is what he started in 2016.
He shifted the whole discussion in America.
Entire discussion.
We wouldn't be talking about Medicare for all.
No, we wouldn't be talking about Medicare for all. We wouldn't be talking about union power. We wouldn't be talking about ending the oligarchy and taxing the rich in a real way, not some half-ass way that actually doesn't do anything, but actually bringing real economic change to this country. And he's the only one that's been doing that. He's been doing it from the beginning. And the fact is, these talking points wouldn't even be talked about tonight if it hadn't been for Bernie Sanders. And I also want to add on to that anyone who says he didn't accomplish anything, the fact that we know the raw votes out of Iowa is a goddamn accomplishment. Right. So, and that's all Bernie Sanders. Right. So,
are you worried that they're going to cheat him again in like 2016? Because it does look like it's starting to play out in Iowa. There was vote flipping within Black Hawk County, and that's just one of 1,700. There is evidence. I mean, he was 10 points ahead in the polls in New Hampshire, and he only comes up, 1 point.
Yeah. No, I mean,
they're doing it again.
Of course they're doing it again. And I think anyone who's been paying attention to this knows that's going to happen, and we just have to be ready for it. I mean, we knew Iowa was going to be a shit show, and that's exactly why we fought in 2016 to see the raw data. We knew it's going to be a shit show. They're going to fight him all the way. But the fact is if we have people that show up, if we have the volunteers, if we have the movement that I think we do have, it's not going to matter because he's going to walk away with the delegates, and it's going to be so overwhelming that it's. If they try to steal this from him at the DNC, they're going to fracture the Democratic Party in such a way that
Well, they did it but wait, sorry to interrupt, but they did it the last time, and did the DNC really care when they cheated?
To be fair, and I'm not a Hillary supporter in any way whatsoever, but she did win the popular vote.
Did she?
She won the popular vote, and if she wins the popular vote, she wins it. That's what we talked about tonight on the stage, at least, right? And so, were the different strings that the DNC pulled throughout the campaign, did that definitely have an effect? Absolutely. I'm not naive to that. And it's just like a game of football. Those little bitty things definitely add up at the end. And so did he cheat? Did they really rig it? I mean, it's all a nuance.
You make a good point because everybody thinks about the cheating, they think about the big cheat, but it's the compilation of a lot of the little moves. Exactly. The big move covers the little move,
It's that 1 yard.
It adds up.
That's that 1 yard that they don't get that doesn't get you the first down. Right. It's that one little yard, and it's those little yards over time that eventually loses you the game. And can you call that out as cheating? It's all about how you just want to define it, and I don't care about that. It's bullshit because regardless of what happens, they're going to cheat him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's with these little itty-bitty, ticky-tacky things to add up, or, as we're seeing now, it's not working.
Well, already crowding the field is a form of cheating because they've prevented Sanders from getting, well, we don't know yet, but unless he pulls out way ahead, nobody gets to 50% of the vote, and then the superdelegates kick in, And even if he's got a plurality, 39, 40,
And that's why we have.
then they'll turn around and say, you see everybody else, when you add up all their votes,
Yeah, it's more than Bernie's.
yeah,
So obviously,
which is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but it's like I said, they hold the levers, and obviously I go to sports analogies because that's where I come from, is sports, and the way I was always taught is like you can't base your play off of what the refs are gonna do. You know what I mean? You just have to go out there and show up and bust your ass, and that's what this campaign is all about.
It's like this. It's like saying, it's like having a race, right? And the guy wins by a split second in a foot race, right?
Yeah.
And then they turn around and they say, yeah, but everybody else, if you add up all their times, they they beat him. It doesn't. It just that whole argument doesn't make sense. Adding up everybody else's votes.
I mean, if we're gonna do that, is it a whole team versus Bernie? Are they all gonna
Right.
run the White House? You know what I mean? Like, it's these little narratives that they try to pull out. It's the same bullshit as them talking about him not giving information about his health. It's like he's given just as much information as anybody else. You weren't saying this about Biden, who had a brain aneurysm a couple, 10 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's all these little ticky-tacky things that they try to add on to. It's those little itty-bitty things, and once again, it all just comes down to busting our asses. I'm here from Arizona. I've been campaigning, volunteering out here for like 9 days. And let me tell you, this campaign has some of the greatest, most passionate people that I have ever met in my life working on this campaign and giving up their time to be here. You know what I mean? Not making money, just out knocking doors, talking to workers, letting them know the issues, and allowing them to know that their voice can be heard. That's what this movement's about, and that's why we're going to win it.
Yeah.
100%.
He's already 19 points ahead in Nevada. He's allegedly even in South Carolina. He's winning in California. He's got a lead in Texas, Virginia. I saw something, North Carolina. He's blowing it out.
He's blowing it up. He's absolutely blowing it up. And the more people that show up, the more people that give their time to this cause, the more he's going to blow it up. I'm staying here till the caucus. I'm going to go to Texas after this, hopefully, and help out down there, because that's what it's all about, And the more people that show up, the more people that work, it's how we win, all the way across the board, man.
What's your name, mate?
My name is Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it. Thanks for your talk. Thank you. Hey, man. All right. Yeah. Hey, man. Can I ask you a question? You watched, who do you think won?
I mean, obviously Bernie won, but
Why? Because you're wearing a Bernie hat, or because he won?
I might be a little biased. But I mean, I think we can all agree that Bloomberg lost. He lost big time, and
Warren ended his career,
well,
I think.
it was a group effort, honestly. I mean, like, he took shots from everyone, and then like the other 5 people, it was just a knife fight all the way around. So I loved the part where you had Pete and Klobuchar just going after each other. Yeah. They're not helping either one of them. So I think Bloomberg was the big loser. Pete and Amy were the next rung, and then everyone else did all right. Because, I mean, Joe Biden really didn't take any shots, and neither did Warren. So they kind of came out neutral, and of course...
I thought Joe Biden was more electable.
I mean, he's about as electable as a bag of potatoes. I mean...
So the analysis you're saying is that Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg canceled each other out. Bloomberg showed his true colors.
Yep.
The only competition for Bernie really was Joe Biden, and he can't sew a sentence together anymore. So who's winning?
I mean, if it happens the way I think it's going to happen, Bernie Sanders is going to get Nevada in a landslide.
19 points now.
20-point victory, you know? And once
And that the DNC will make that a 5-point victory, but it'll still with the cheating.
yeah, jazz hands, special math. They'll find a way to screw
Are you
it.
from Nevada?
I moved here about a year and a half ago. This will be my first caucus experience. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, man. Where's the best place to where are you going to caucus? Where you live? Is that how it works?
Yeah. For the caucus itself, you have to go like your neighborhood caucus location. So I mean, it's a high school down the street from me.
Right. What do you think is going to be the big one? Like if I wanted to cover it, where would I go? Where should I go to watch? Where there's like 1,000 people or something.
Like honestly, I wouldn't even know to tell you.
Right.
Just
What about UNLV? What about the university over there?
I mean,
Possibility.
That may be a good one. I mean, it's going to be heavily Bernie. I mean, even more than the other ones. I mean,
That's what I want to see. I want to project a landslide.
No, yeah. I mean, that, like, if you do the UNLV, that'll be like 85% Bernie, 3% everyone else.
Hey, what's your name, mate?
Stephen.
Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate it. Good talking. Hey, can I bring you into my frame? How you doing? I have a guest here from Brooklyn, New York. How you doing? What's your name?
Chicasso.
Hey, Chicasso. So we were talking, and it just so happens, she goes, well, I go, where are you from? I'm like, flirting with her online, right? It says,
Brooklyn in the house.
it says from Brooklyn, New York. So you watched the debate. Who do you think won?
Definitely Bernie, of course. I might be a little bit biased, but I really do think everything coalesced. And as everybody fumbled their way through, Bernie came out clear, concise, consistent. The Bernie we know and love.
So it was Bernie's to lose. What about Bloomberg when you're watching Bloomberg?
Can I say the F word?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. It's YouTube.
Fuck Bloomberg! Yeah, he's a little fucking, what a little lizard.
And you're from New York City, and you know that to be true.
Yeah, no, I would never vote for Bloomberg. Fuck Bloomberg. Bloomberg is straight evil. I think he's way worse than Trump. So, if that's the case, if it's between that, let's keep Trump if it comes.
He went as far as saying that the discussion that these people are having is ridiculous. We're a capitalist country.
The poors. Who wants to talk about the poors and their needs? Fuck them. I can't stand that guy. So we know from living in New York what his mayorship was like, and he's a nightmare. So I think he's truly a face of fascism, really, to be honest. So I'm all the way. I would probably get behind. No, I won't. Let me not even say that.
And you would
Bernie all the way. So.
And you would agree, Trump, because growing up in New York and knowing Trump your whole life, he was pretty much a joke,
right,
and a cartoon character, and still really is, for the most part. But he's the president.
So I think that's a lot less dangerous than Bloomberg would be, because Bloomberg would not be taken in the same way. However, I do think that Trump kind of took the 48 laws of power, and he really rocked that whole clown suit, So he's working it to his advantage because it keeps people talking about him. They're going to talk about his hair. They're going to talk about his orange skin. I think he knows what he's doing, and I think Trump might be a little smarter than we give him credit for, quite honestly.
That's his whole game. He's all about he's all about the horse race.
Exactly. What's that? The clown?
Running the country? I don't know what that is, but I know how to win.
Exactly. Yep.
Good talking to you. Thank you very much. Good talking. Woo! Oh, yeah, Wow. Can I ask you guys who won?
What was that?
Can I ask you guys who won the debate? What do you think?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders won the debate.
Why?
Because he called out the entire system that's been burying us in student debt, that's been creating too much wealth inequality, and he's the one that I trust to actually correct those problems.
Yeah, but Bloomberg wants to buy your vote. You're not for sale?
Not for sale. No.
What about Elizabeth Warren? I think, look, the only one that was technically able to beat, in theory, to beat Bernie was Joe Biden, and he's out.
Yeah.
So it's a runaway train at this point. Would you agree with that?
I do. I'm concerned that they changed the rules to let Bloomberg participate. I mean, if he would have gotten in on his own merit, I would have had no problem with.
Right.
But it makes you wonder what other rules they're willing to change.
But seeing him up there fumbling, wasn't it actually a better idea? Wasn't it better to have him go up there and make an idiot of himself than to stay behind the camera?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree that if you're like, I wish Hillary Clinton would have gotten in. If she's gonna throw rocks from behind Ellen DeGeneres or whatever, it's like, get in the ring. So I don't mind him running. The rule change did bother me. It's like you don't change the rules in the middle of a game. You know, they kept Tulsi Gabbard and others out of debates for minor disqualification technicalities, and they just threw out a whole major section of the rules to let him in. So I had a problem with that.
Yeah, it's I just went blank, man. Good talking to you. What's your name, man?
Mark Nash.
Good, thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. This is the Bernie tried and true, man. The Bernie tried and true. You got other, couple other outlets. How you doing? Can I ask you a question?
Hi.
Hi. Say hello.
Hello. Who are you?
Marcus Conte, YouTube dude.
Hey, YouTube.
We're live. So,
Spokesperson from our office. Go on.
so who do you think won the election?
Bernie.
Why so?
Bernie. Not me, us.
Are you from Nevada?
I live here in Vegas. Yeah.
So you're gonna caucus on Saturday?
Absolutely.
He's got a 19-point lead right now. Is there any way of beating him?
We're gonna kick ass. Nevada, it belongs to Bernie. Sorry.
But Bloomberg, he wants to buy your vote. You know, are you for sale? He wants to give you a couple of bucks to make your life a little easier.
You know what was?
So you vote for him.
You know what was interesting about tonight?
He wants to hire you to elect him.
He can't afford me because he is one of those money people that is driven by greed. And we here in Nevada are real people, Bernie people. So no matter how much money Bloomberg pumps in, we're not for sale.
Thank you. What's your name?
Sonia.
Thank you, Sonia. Good talking to you. Thank you. Got some other commentators here. I don't know who they are. Wow. So anyway, I think people are summing up what we already knew. Yep.
YouTube channel again?
It's Marcus Conte. We're live right now. Marcus Conte.
Okay. Tell me, Marty.
Marcus, Marcus. This is how you network.
Woo!
What's up, Vinny?
Not bad, eh?
Yeah.
Marcus.
Conte, Conte.
Conte.
Conte. YouTube. On YouTube, that's all.
Okay. I'll find you on
Yeah,
YouTube.
you will. You can go there right now. Let's see if we're up. See what it looks like.
Oh, let's.
Yeah,
Is that it?
yeah, there you go. No, not that one. The other one. That's a second channel. Go to.
Here, I'll hold that. How about we swap roles for a moment?
I don't know how to. I can't.
Of course you can.
Where's your search?
That's it. Search. Marcus. So Marcus, do you go to every state? Are you doing the Bernie journey?
Yeah, no. I'm just here. See, we're live right now.
Oh, we are too.
We're live.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, man, how are you, man? What's up?
How do I find you?
It's Marcus Conte. We're live right now. Marcus Conte on YouTube.
I just talked to you off front.
That's right. I know. It's written in my hat. You see my name?
I see it now, yeah.
And if you just go on YouTube, you'll see we're live right now.
Thank you. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you. Hey, can I bring you guys into my frame?
Hi.
Hi, man. How are you? So we're live on YouTube. So you watched the debate? You watched it all? Were you able to hear it?
Oh, not especially. Yeah. No.
You weren't able to?
Yeah.
Who do you think won?
I really like Marianne Williamson.
So what was you said Bernie won? Is that what you said? Why do you think he won?
Well, at this point it's about, staying on message and, fighting for, the working class. And I mean, he was able to he was able to do that.
Right.
And I mean, I think everyone else targeting each other, and Bloomberg's whole attempt to buy himself into the race.
Right.
No one thought that was legitimate. And all that does is I think that's a good reaction because it isn't legitimate. And I'm sorry, I can't.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's good talking to you. So,
yeah.
who do you think won watching it tonight? I mean, it's like the 12th time they've gotten together. What was the...
Absolutely, yeah. So, I mean, I feel like as far as just this debate itself goes, I feel like Warren actually, pulled ahead. She came out strong. I feel like she just kind of, can I curse?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I just feel like...
Please.
I feel like Warren has, no fucks.
The more the better.
Warren has no fucks to give at this point. And so, she didn't mind. She came out swinging, through the whole debate. That being
It seems like she was in Bernie's camp for the most part. She was fighting with Bernie as opposed to fighting against him like she has in the past.
Right. She's constantly kind of mirroring his talking points, I think. And tonight it was sort of, I feel like it worked to his advantage because while she was sort of on the offensive, taking on Bloomberg and taking on all of the shortcomings of all of the other candidates, he was really able to shine with his organic messaging and the working class struggle that really resonates with most viewers who are just kind of tired of all of it altogether, she kind of slayed the dragons while he just fought for us. So I think it worked.
What do you think about Bloomberg? Do you think his career was ended tonight, or was it better for him to show up or not show up?
Oh, I mean, it was horrible for him to show up. They dragged him for filth, and they
You should be grateful that he showed up.
Yeah, that was the best part of it, was watching him just get dragged.
He really did look like an ass up there when he was saying, this discussion that these people are having is ridiculous. We're a capitalist country, right?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
That's a deal breaker, right?
He is so out of touch. It's laughable.
He's got 54. I'm from New York, and he started his career with he started as mayor worth $4 billion, and then when he ended, he was up to $27 billion, and now he's got $56 billion, and he wasn't particularly liked, but I don't know. I just think that he was clearly out of his league. Do you think they're going to cheat him? Do you think they're going to cheat Bernie this time, like 2016? Are you worried about it?
I mean, yeah, I've been worried about it from the beginning, which is why I came here from Arkansas.
Oh wow.
To rally folks to come out and vote because I feel like they want to cheat him, but I think that there's got to be a point at which the working class makes such a noise that it cannot be ignored. And it's all about the turnout, and we can't just have these dismal 4 and 7% turnout rates. We have to wake up and drive people to the polls, and at that point huge voter turnouts can't be ignored.
Yeah, but the DNC, they don't care about you. They care about they turn to the donors. The donors.
Right. Oh.
Hey, listen. The people are voting. The people want Bernie. Well, we have to go with the donors because that's the business we're in.
Sure, but Bernie made the decision to run in the Democratic Party knowing what happened last time and knowing that they are dedicated to maintaining the status quo. So the best we can do as volunteers and as supporters is support that decision and rally behind him and pull the turnout, pull the voters out. And I mean, that's how we win because we've got to work within the parameters they've set for us this time, and it shouldn't be that way, but that's the way that it is, and so we have to work with what we have at this point.
Thank you. What's your name?
I'm Casey.
Thank you. Thank you, Casey. Thank you. Yeah. Woo! outside. Getting used to this Nevada weather, man. It's hot in the daytime. It's hot in the daytime, and all of a sudden, when that sun goes down, you freeze your ass off. It's like 40 degrees right now, dry 40. It's a dry 40 degrees. So again, thank you very much. Thank you. So we're here we are. Here we are. Ooh. Uh-oh. Music is bad. Music is bad. Hey, can I ask you guys? Can I bring you into my frame? I'm live on YouTube. Who do you think won the big old debate? Did you listen? Were you listening? No. Huh?
Bernie.
Bernie won. Why did he win?
Because he was articulate, passionate, and put forward policy proposals that were clear. The audience engaged with him.
From Britain?
Yeah.
You can't vote here, can you?
No.
You guys got your own problems.
We just happen to be in
You
Vegas.
just got. That's cool.
Vegas, yeah.
That's good, man. You guys got your own problems. At least you got your country back, right? Are you happy about that Brexit?
I don't know if we got our country back. I mean, I'll leave that to you to decide.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I just threw that out there. It is. I think it's better to be self-governed than part of the EU. Maybe. I don't know.
Positives and negatives.
Yeah.
We're here to drink and gamble anyway. We're not.
Good talking to you, man. All right. Enjoy. Have a good time, mate. The Brits getting involved in our politics. How long we going? 31 minutes. All right. Seems like a lifetime. Seems like a lifetime. How you guys doing? Hey, who do you think won the big old debate? Were you watching?
I was watching. I think that Bernie and Elizabeth Warren did the best overall.
It was a 1-2 punch. They looks like they eliminated Bloomberg. The big scare. The big scare is over.
He's licking his wounds right now.
He really got his ass handed to him. Right? Would you agree?
We do, yeah. What was the tweet about his dumpster fire?
He said all these people on stage are dumb. This is a dumb discussion because we're a capitalist country.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
It was ridiculous. He called Bernie Sanders a communist.
Yeah, he called him.
Yeah, that's a cheap shot.
That's a cheap shot. It's true. Right?
I'd say Bernie won by far. Bernie won by far. Yeah.
Joe Biden falling like a rock.
I'd say Elizabeth Warren made a pretty good showing.
Yeah, she. I think she gets a bump tonight.
She stepped right up on.
She killed it tonight. I think, like, compared to anything else I've heard with the debates with her, she was on, and she wasn't attacking Bernie. She went after Bloomberg so well. I think holding him accountable to release the NDAs was brilliant because he was like, they had the camera on him and Elizabeth Warren, and you could just see he was like, he didn't know what the fuck to do.
What about Pete Buttigieg? All the talk about Pete Buttigieg. How could he? I mean, he can't even get 2% in Nevada.
Yeah, I don't think he stands a chance in this race. You know, he's been well trained, but
they tried to cheat him in, right? They tried to cheat him in Iowa, try to squeak him through in New Hampshire when nobody was paying attention.
There's that too.
Now the truth's coming out, right?
Yeah. Well, there's that too. I mean, but he's not running to serve the country or to help the people or because he believes in democracy. He's running because he wants to be president. You know, he's been trained his whole life, right?
It's like a feather in his cap. I'll be president.
It is.
Yeah, vote for me.
It's that NLP, you know, the neuro-linguistic programming. He's been well trained.
Right. So Bernie's up by 19 points in this state.
Wonderful.
He's winning California.
Nevada.
He's winning.
Yeah.
He's winning in Texas.
Right.
He's got a lead in Virginia, North Carolina. Are we looking at a landslide, or are we looking at 2016 cheating all over again?
We're gonna win. We're gonna win. It might not be the easiest way, but ultimately we're gonna win. This is a movement that can't be stopped.
They don't give up. Power doesn't concede.
It does not.
You gotta take it from it.
We're gonna take it.
I think the key thing is that this isn't a campaign, that this is a movement. And Bernie talks about that all the time, that we're building a movement right now. And one of the reasons that that he has so much support is because there's a lot of activists basically that realize this is the moment that we haven't had this
It's
moment.
now or never, really, right?
We haven't had a moment like this. Like I don't think ever in this country where the person that is actually running for president believes in turning it all upside down and creating an egalitarian society. And so I think that there are it's like tens of thousands, if not more, I don't know, activists that for all my life, my adult life, I've been working for change and trying to impact leaders. And for the first time, there's somebody that's running for the president that I completely agree with. Like there's not one thing that I don't feel like, okay, well, that's a compromise, and that's historic. And I think that everybody gets that, and that's why we're ahead by so many points.
Yeah. What's your name?
Dana Sherholt.
Thank you, Amy. What's your name?
My name's Raymond.
Hey, Raymond. Thank you very much, man. We're live on YouTube. Hey, so what do you think? You were quiet watching. Did you get to hear it all?
Yeah, I got sort of the second half of it, more or less. I was driving on the way here.
All in for Bernie?
Yeah, no, I'm all in for Bernie. I just spent a month in Iowa knocking doors.
Wow.
And now I'm here. I've been here a couple of weeks. So we got to win this state, you know.
Yeah.
And we got to win it by a big enough margin that they don't fucking try this shit anymore.
Right. You got to win by a safe 10% to overcome the margin of cheating.
Yeah, send a message, you know.
In Iowa, he won by 6,000 votes. Allegedly, it was probably more, and they still try to take it away from him.
Yeah, I mean, this is a better battleground for us though to show what the movement's about than Iowa or New Hampshire, and also like those states are, I think they're so over politicked that they've just kind of become anomalies anyway. That it's hard to really know what they mean. Whereas as we get into these states that are further on in the campaign, then you can sort of see like, oh, this is like these people aren't being phone called 5 times a day. Like they might have normal opinions that aren't as influenced by the campaigns or the money going in, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and also obviously far more diverse.
Where are you off to next to help out?
I don't know. I might have to go home and go back to work or something. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. Well, Super Tuesday, you know, we got the whole shit is going to be decided in 2.5 weeks, right? If he wins California, if he wins Texas, if he wins North Carolina, Virginia, it's over, right? I mean, you would think. But then they'll say, oh, he didn't win by enough. You add up all the people that ran against him, and you add up all those numbers, and you see it's more than Bernie won by. And it's crazy, right?
Yeah, no.
It's crazy cheating.
Yeah, but, you know, we got the people.
Good talking to you, man. What's your name?
Hey, man. I'm Logan.
Thank you, Logan. Appreciate it. Smart people, right? How we doing in the comments? Don't be a dick. The DNC will screw him. Yeah, they will, but we're here. You see how awake people are, man? People are not fucking around anymore. That lady was very interesting. With the green jacket. She was very cool. I like talking to her. Hey, can I bring you guys into my frame for a minute?
What's that?
We're live on YouTube, so who do you think?
I can't really talk.
Oh, okay.
That's,
What's that? Okay, gotcha, man. Thank you. He's got some issues. Wow, I thought this guy was Steve Bannon. The guy looks just like Steve Bannon. Oh, it is Steve Bannon. Oh, I got to get an interview with Steve Bannon. Is that Steve Bannon? Is that Steve Bannon?
I think so.
It looks just like him, right?
That's not him.
Is that Steve Bannon?
No, that's Tootsie Boo.
He looks just like, you know who Steve Bannon is, right? The Trump guy?
Yeah.
Looks just like him.
Unfortunately, yeah. Some things you wish you could forget.
Yeah, man. So you watched the debate tonight. Who do you think won it?
Bernie, of course. Who else? Only
It's
one
his to
person-
lose.
Only one person on the stage has anything valuable, really valuable to say, as far as I'm concerned.
No doubt about it, man. So he's 19 points ahead in this state. Are you from Nevada?
I live out here.
He's gonna win, right?
Of course, of course. The message resonates with
regular
the majority of people. Like most people that are just living regular lives. I mean, of course it resonates. Like, I'm actually Canadian, so everything that he's proposing, I have firsthand experience of how well it works. Only question is why we don't have that down here.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe we're working up to understanding the value of it and how we can implement it if we have enough motivation.
Yeah. There's actually a phenomenon. It's a tipping point where it doesn't, the jar or whatever you're leaning into doesn't really tip until it hits a threshold, and then it goes over. And it could go halfway and then teeter back. And until we push it all the way over, I think that's where we could be at that, where people are working very silently and diligently to make this shit happen.
The unfortunate thing is that economic conditions, people's living, it's building up to this critical mass, and that's why the movement is as it is. We see the numbers at the rallies. What you've seen here is people feel it on a fundamental level. They see it in their pocketbooks, they see it in their daily lives, and it's just gotten to that point where if politicians are not providing the right solutions and the right ideas that we can build into solutions, then it's not going to resonate. Well, we've reached critical mass. It resonates. These thoughts are not theoretical. We're aware. Many people around the world live with the reality of the benefits of these ideas. So now it's just a matter of using this momentum to create this system and put these plans into action so that we get the benefits that so many people around the world are already living with.
Good talking to you. What's your name, mate?
Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Good talking to you, man. Thank you. Is it me, or is there a large level of tweakers in this crowd? Seems to be a lot of this. A lot of jaws. A lot of people tweaking. Hey, can I ask you a question? Oh, you're. Oh, I got you. Okay, thank you very much. She didn't like my camera. Can I bring you guys into my frame? We're live on YouTube. So you watched the debate. What do you think?
He can't talk. I can. He can talk.
You do the talking?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Bernie crushed it. There's no question. He stood for what he's always stood for, which is the people, power of the people, the will of the people. And yeah, he's going to win.
Yeah. He's got a 19-point lead in Nevada. You from here?
No, I'm from California.
So you came here to throw your support?
Yeah.
He's leading in California, too. I think he's got like 20-point lead. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going up. What about Bloomberg? He wants to buy your vote.
Yeah, he's an
You don't want the money?
I don't want the money, no.
Universal single-payer health care? He called you a communist for supporting Bernie.
Yeah, and Chuck Todd called me a fucking brown shirt, like a Jewish supporter of Bernie Sanders being likened to a Nazi. Like these.
That's funny. That's something we don't really talk about. I haven't heard Jewish mentioned all night. It's like it's not even an issue.
Yeah, I mean it's Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, good talking to you, man. I'm sorry I blew up your conversation. What's your name?
Sam.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. Right? Tweakers. Not him. Don't be a dick in the comments. Get him, Vinny. So we're having a good time. Yeah, I think that's about it. Gave it a good spin. Gave it a good spin. So I'll do a little walk and talk. Gather my thoughts. Woo-wee, what a day. What a rally. Whatever that was, right? So, Marcus Conte reporting here in Nevada. Here for the Nevada Caucus. Las Vegas, Nevada. It's cold. Did I mention that? My arm is getting tired. So what do I think? You heard what they think. What do I think? You heard a little bit of what I think. I think what I've always thinked is that this race is and was for Sanders to lose, right? Anybody who says Bernie Sanders hasn't done anything in his career, hasn't done anything in his life. Look at the movement this guy created. Look at the people who know the issues, right? There's not a single person in that room that doesn't know that it's the oligarchy crushing this country. That Medicare for all is entirely possible at half the cost. That the military-industrial complex is spinning out of control. That's Bernie Sanders did that, right? I was saying to that kid, the tipping point, right? Are we at that tipping point? Are we seeing it, or is it just too much? The DNC is in charge, and fuck you. You didn't get 50% of the vote. You didn't get a majority, so fuck you. You can't win. You're not a Democrat. You're a communist. You're too old. You're too fat. Is that really where we are? I don't know. I like to think that we're at that tipping point where we could win. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, man? Don't be a dick, man. Don't be a dick in the comments, please. Why you guys got to be a dick? Why do you got to troll, man? Do you feel insecure about yourself? Is that what it is? You feel like change is just, you're not about change. You don't want this change, man. Fuck change. Keep everything the same, right? We could have a great country, right? Why support the billionaire class? I know, even if you're voting for Trump, you love Trump. You love how Trump's dick feels in your ass. I get it. You know, I get that. He's the big macho man. I get it. I understand. I understand that you like Trump's balls on your chin, and where would his dick be? I know you like that, right? But think about everybody else, right? Why do we have to have just a handful of billionaires and corporate elites running a whole fucking show? Why does it have to be like that? Why can't it just be just a little more equal, right? Just a little bit more, right? Where people could have a little bit more flexibility in their jobs, so they can move around and not worry about losing their health care or being homeless, right? Just a little more, kind of like our grandparents had, the great generation. My grandparents had, the booming economy, right? That boom. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, I'm going to kill it here, man. I'm getting winded now, and I'm getting emotional. But I really do I really do think Bernie Sanders won this. I'm going to try to get a bird's eye. I'm just going to try to get a little bit of perspective here. We're on Casino Center Boulevard. It's scary when you get down into the, when you walk through here. There's a lot of empty stores, a lot of empty storefronts. I never did get to have the tacos in that place. I didn't eat anything. I just had an orange soda. But that was a trip. That was definitely a trip, man. That was a trip talking to those people, man. They're all the same wherever you go in this country. They're pulling for Bernie, right? Who's pulling for Joe Biden? Who's pulling for Hillary Clinton? Who's pulling for fucking Pete Buttigieg? No, the buzz. Do you see what I'm telling you, man? The buzz is Bernie Sanders. And it's not because he's a nice guy. It's because this guy's Chris, you're like a broken record, Chris. They're going to fuck Bernie. They're going to fuck his ass. They're going to stick their balls in his ass. Shut up. Shut up. We know that already. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to tell you. That's what this is all about, man. Just trying to make you aware that your democracy is being stolen from you. That fairness no longer exists. That's what it really is about. All right? You can love Trump all you want, but in the end of the day, Trump's silent on the corruption, right? He's silent on, the cheating that the Democrats are doing, right? You stand up for yourself, You're fucking president of the United States, and you're letting the corruption run wild. So there's a couple of good commentators in there. I think that's Status Coup. That's the Jordan Sheridan's channel. The guy from ex-Young Turk was in there. I don't know who else. I don't know these people. But man, did that guy look like Steve Bannon? I feel like interview him. Say, hey, Steve. if he's ever in need of a job, man, he could always be a Steve Bannon impersonator. You know what I mean? So from Taco Hell, Taco Mania, what's the name of this joint? Taco something. We'll end on this right here, man. Starcrawler, Bernie Love. Look, who else gets a Bernie Love statue poster? Is it hippy dippy out here? I don't think so, man. I didn't get that feeling. I don't like hippy dippy. All right, I'm gonna kill it here. Bernie would too. You don't like democracy if you vote for Bernie. You are a troll, man. Wow. You're a troll, bro. You're a troll. Why exhaust yourself? Why don't you go talk to the Trump people, man. They want to hear from you. They want to hear from you. Don't block them. Let them just time them out. Let them be, man. Let them be. Okay. I'm going to kill it here because I'm rambling now. So, Marcus Conte reporting. Tomorrow is Thursday. There's some other stuff going on, maybe. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'll do more of the crowd surfing. And then Friday is the big day because I almost walked out into traffic. You don't do that here, or you get killed. Friday's a big day. Friday we have Trump rally at 12. I'll be in my Trump attire. I'll be undercover, infiltrating the Trump rally. And then that night at 7, Bernie Sanders takes the stage to I don't know how many people. It's at an amphitheater close by. So he could draw big. Trump, of course, is going to draw big because that's what Trump does. And then Saturday is the caucus. We'll be at the election again. Bernie Sanders, 19-point lead in the state. Not fucking around. So Marcus Conte reporting from Las Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas caucus. Peace out.